Thank you for joining us today. For our story time today, we are going to be reading Pete the Cat and his 4 groovy buttons. I have 2 helpers today. These are 2 of my granddaughters, Lola and Ryan, and they will be helping us with our Pete the Cat and his 4 groovy buttons. This particular story is written by Eric Litwin. He's the author, and our illustrator is James Dean, who is also the creator of Pete the Cat. So, are you guys ready for this? Here we go. Pete the Cat and his 4 groovy buttons. Pete the Cat put on his favorite shirt with 4 big, colorful, round, groovy buttons. He loved his buttons so much, he sang this song. My buttons, my 4 groovy buttons. My buttons, my 4 groovy buttons. Oh no! One of the buttons popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are there left?
3.
3, that's right, because 4 minus 1 equals 3. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Correct. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. He kept on singing his song. My buttons, my 3 groovy buttons. My buttons, my 3 groovy buttons. Oh no! Another button popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? Anybody know? How many buttons are left? 2! Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. He kept on singing his song. My buttons, my 2 groovy buttons. My buttons, my 2 groovy buttons. Oh no! Another button popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? 1 button. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. He kept on singing his song. My button, my 1 groovy button. My button, my 1 groovy button. Oh no! The last button popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? 0! Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. Pete looked down at his buttonless shirt, and what do you think he saw? His belly button! That's right! Oh, and he kept on singing his song. My button, still have my belly button. My button, still have my belly button. Oh, I guess it simply goes to show that stuff will come and stuff will go. But do we cry? Goodness, no. We keep on singing. Buttons come and buttons go. The end. Did you like that? That's a fun story, isn't it? I think that's great. Well, thank you for joining us today.